Hey everybody, this is Alex Merced, and hopefully you guys have been enjoying these like AI productivity videos. In these next couple of videos, what I want to do is start venturing into the world of like AI assisted coding tools, which can help you with productivity. You don't have to be a software developer to really leverage these tools. They can do anything the other tools can, but more. Okay, what I have open up is a terminal window. So if you never use a terminal, essentially you're probably used to using what's referred to as a GUI or a graphical user interface, where you see like a visual that you can click on some buttons and some icons and things happen. Okay, that's one way to interact with your computer. But a way that, especially people who are like software developers, oftentimes, or network specialists, often use is a terminal. There's a lot of reasons for it. Once you get used to it, it can be kind of addicting. But the terminal just allows you to interact with your computer through, instead of clicking on icons, by typing in commands. Okay. I'm not going to go through a whole lesson of all the terminal commands now, but just to show you, like, I'm in a folder. So if I want to know which folder I'm in, now, hint, hint, it does already tell me. It tells me, hey, look, you're in this folder. But I could also do a command called pwd, print working directory. Okay. And there's a lot of other commands. I can see, hey, list what things are in this folder by doing ls. There's nothing in this folder currently. If I wanted to clear the terminal, I can just type clear. Now, I do have older YouTube videos on my YouTube channel where I go over the terminal more in depth. So if you're looking to just kind of get a better handle of how to work with a terminal in general, do check out those videos. But in the terminal, we have two particular AI coding tools that I want to point out. There's others, but the two I want to talk about is Claude Code and Open Code. These are tools that allow you to basically interact with AI from your terminal. Okay, in the same way you interact with like ChatGPT or Claude online, etc. So once you actually have Claude and Open Code installed, you just go to their websites, follow the install instructions. All I would do to start Claude is I just type in Claude, making sure that my terminal is in the folder that I want to work out of. And then it starts out a new session. So here I am in Claude Code. Okay, and I can start giving it directions of like what I want to do. So I'm going to say, hey, you know what? Let's say I do want to code something out, right? I can say, hey, write me a Python script that will ask me my name and then say, hello, name. Okay, so I'm just giving it I'm saying, hey, do this. And what it's going to do, it's going to go write a file. So it's like, hey, here's the script. Do you want me to write it to a file? Sure, do that. So I just type in my command and say yes. Or actually, I choose like this way. Okay, and I'm going to say yes. And now it's going to go make that file. Okay, so right there, Claude Code's already doing stuff for me. Okay, now I could ask Claude to run it, or I could go open up another terminal tab here just to show you that I can run that file. So now if I do an ls, I see that the hello.py now exists there. Claude made it. But now I can run that python hello.py. What is my name? My name is Alex Merced of alexmerced.com. Okay, and it says, hello, Alex Merced of alexmerced.com. Okay, so it works. So that's generally the basic idea of using these AI assisted coding tools. They can just literally go write the code for you. There's a lot more to it when you start doing much larger coding tasks to really kind of do it effectively. Not really what I want to kind of get at here. What I want to get at here is that you can use this for non-coding tasks too. Okay, I could go in here and say, hey, can you write me a recipe for a breakfast burrito in a text file? Okay, it's going to do what I told it to do. It's going to go come up with a recipe and then go write it to a file and then go from there. So see, here's the recipe. And it's saying, hey, do you want me to write it to this file? I'm like, yeah, sure, put it in the file. Okay. And huzzah. So if I go back to the other terminal tab and I go ls to see what's inside the file, like there it is, breakfastburrito.txt. And if I want to see what's inside breakfastburrito.txt, I can just do cat breakfastburrito.txt and huzzah, there's the recipe. Okay, I can, and then again, it can do whatever you want to ask it to. So if you just want to say, hey, can you set up my computer that way at a certain time every day, it does a thing, you can do that, okay? Because it has the full power of the terminal, which has the full power of your computer. So anything you can do with your computer, Claude Code can do. Now, the only catch is that to use Claude Code, you do need a Claude account, at least a pro account, which is like $20 a month, which is what I have. And then there's up to the max account, which is like $200 a month. So to exit Claude Code, I would just type in quit. Cool. There is an alternative, though. There's something called Open Code. So I can go in here and type in Open Code. It's another tool that does something very, very similar. Okay, here I am in Open Code. I've opened up Open Code in this directory. And I can say, hey, do the same thing. I can say, hey, can you make me a recipe for lunch tomorrow in a text file? You could also write Python scripts. Do anything you want. Okay. And see, right now I'm using my ChatGPT account. So I'm using GPT 5.2 codex. Okay. Token refresh failed. Okay. So that ran failed. So I can see that it happened there. Probably something happened. But before I go back and try it again, I do want to point out something that's really special about this. Like right now, I'm just using my already existing ChatGPT Pro account. But the cool thing about Open Code is that it's open. You can use anything. So if I were to go to Control P, okay, I can see all these different commands. I may want to switch the model that it's using while I use Open Code. Okay, right now I have my there's a couple things I have configured with it. So these are all the options that I have currently myself provided, because I have paid for Open Code Zen. That's their model service. The nice thing about Open Code Zen is that it's not like a monthly fee. You put money into it and then the money gets used up as you use it. But it has these 2 free models. Okay, so you could theoretically just pay the $20 once, use the free models to your heart's content. Okay, so I can use these 2 free models. And then again, I logged in with my OpenAI account, so then I have access to these OpenAI models. Okay, now you can't connect other providers. So see right there, it says Control A to connect other providers. I could go connect my Google account. I could connect, used to be able to connect Anthropic through Claude Max, but they have blocked that off recently. So you still theoretically can do it, but you're then in violation of terms and services. So you have to use your API key, which is a bit more expensive. Again, Open Code Zen, you can just pay them. GitHub Copilot, if you have a GitHub Copilot account. Again, Google. But then there's all these other ones. Okay, so like if you have a account with any of these other services, or if you have like local models that you're running locally, you can use that with Open Code. So it allows pretty much anyone to use Open Code to do whatever they want. Okay, so that's all well and good. So just want to establish that. But then again, I'll try that prompt again. Okay. Now token refresh failed. That's interesting. So what I'm going to do is I probably need to re-authenticate, I'm assuming. What actually I want to do is I'm going to quit. And then I'm going to open up Open Code again. Yeah, no, it's the authentication token that's the issue. So let's go to Control P. I want to switch models real quick. Switch to the free model, Big Pickle. Okay, and then I'm just going to say, again, make me a recipe for lunch tomorrow in the text file. Okay, and it's going to do it for me, which is sweet. Thank you, Big Pickle. Ain't it great when a Big Pickle can write you a... And then, yeah, there it is. Okay, and then I can go back to terminal here. Let me just see if it actually saved it. And I hit ls. So let me just clear this. ls. Yep, there's the lunch recipe.txt. So I can cat lunch recipe.txt. And then there it is. So I could use it to make a website for me, whatever you want. Okay, so you have a lot of power here that you can take advantage of pretty easily. So again, that's the world of AI assisted coding tools. Now there's also a whole world of like AI assisted coding tools built into an IDE, which is what I'll cover in the next video, particularly with Google Anti-Gravity. But I'll see y'all there. For now, again, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button if you've been enjoying these videos. And yeah, keep on watching.